Dredge has been a little interesting to get running, because after the DLC, it seems like I can only open it once before I need to verify all its game files with Steam, otherwise Unity crashes. So I wasn't about to close the game out since my last test, so I've been sitting here listening to the waves for a while. Not only that, but my second screen went dark for a couple seconds a couple minutes ago, so I hope everything is fine. It's fine, right? There's nothing eldritch lurking in my computer. Totally innocent. Let's switch over to the game. So here we are. Now there's something cool that the game lets you do. If you go into settings, right here in the general settings, you can choose your title theme. So depending on which DLCs you have, you might have different title options. And you can choose which one shows. So right now, I have the Complete Edition showing, because apparently this is all the DLCs they're going to do, and so they've packaged it as the Complete Edition, and it looks very, unified. Looking at the mansion there. However, we can change this over to, for example, the Iron Rig. And this is the title screen appropriate to this particular DLC. And there was theme music for the other one as well, but I let it sit for a while, so it ran out. This is looking a lot more industrial than past content, so this will be fun to see. So without further ado, I guess we will jump in. The game claims that it's about 2 to 5 hours worth of content, and the stream is 4 hours, so we better jump in. And I need to remember what all's going on here. I need to get my bearings again just to play. So let's see what all's happening here. We've got this large scrap of paper. I've already found the treasure this was leading to, so I can discard this. Okay, well, I guess we might as well do that then. It's good of them to tell us. Oh, alright. I get to discard them separately. Alright. Fair enough. The encrusted talisman, this gives us some bonuses. We've got a research part, we've got various parts and winches and lumber and such. We've got the antique pocket watch. I think that's a main quest item we don't need right now. Aurus Anchor, fragment of a golden splintered horn. Discordant buzzing fills the surrounding air. It yearns for the deep. Cast this overboard to create a reusable two-way portal to Blackstone Isle. That's kind of nice. We can keep that with us. We've got some massive crab pots, a radiant trawl net. We've got a bunch of stuff that I am not used to anymore. What's in the cavern? We've got some new things to look at. What's in the net? We've got a cod. The most boring fish in the world. Alright. Actually, we can keep that with us. Cargo. Thank you. Alright. So what's going on here? Core pursuits. The figure in gold wants us to catch a fang tooth. That's a side quest that we didn't do before. We did the Pale Reach stuff. The Iron Rig, thus far untouched. Messages, journals. This is all stuff from the other DLC. Which, we've already read through, but I'll just look at it all again just so it won't pester me about it. There. Encyclopedia, there's like you've got Flame of the Sky, 3,500 lumens. Better than anything else here. Interesting. All these are lights and then there's a little one there. We could add more stuff if we wanted. Haven't seen that strange red light in a while. Wonder what it was. I don't even remember what voices I gave everyone. Sold a fish. Thank you. What do you all have to say? What is it? We don't want to deal with the book right now, because that leads straight to the end of the game. Does the mayor have anything to say? What can I do for you? I want to ask about the wider region. Certainly. Is there somewhere in particular you wish to know more about? We've asked about everything, apparently. I should get back to fishing. Okay, it's early morning. Can we research anything? This harvesting platform. We've only got one research part. Wow, lots more nets. But I guess we'll worry about that later. Alright, well, let's look around. Lights. Don't need the light on at the moment. What's our map looking like? In particular, we need to find where this alleged iron rig is. It's all off the bounds of the map. This was the stuff from the other DLC, so I'm thinking we should just look in some of these empty places. Maybe we should try up north. Where's our list? Not that we necessarily want to use that, but yes, I see something out there that looks like it. Yep. Lumpy mackerel, that's new. Dolphins! Hello, dolphins! At least they're friendly looking enough. You dock at a small metal wharf. 4 giant legs stretch down into the deep, lifting a mountain of metal into the sky. Okay, well, it's a dock that works like any other. Got some stuff in our net, a fanged cod, lumpy mackerel, a writhing mass of lumps twisting and pulling their way under the scales of their vessel. How long can it have lived like this? A blue mackerel. Scarlet prawn. An elevator connecting the docking area to the main platform lies ahead. A man waits nearby, a yellow hard hat strapped to a concerned expression. Huh. What do you want? What is this place? Haven't you heard? This is the Ironhaven Corporation's new drilling rig. Or it would be if we were on schedule. Right now it's just a platform. Boss is gonna dock our pay for sure if he shows up and the drill hasn't even started. We've got the foundational stuff laid, but we've been running into some supply issues. Glances nervously at the water, large waves rolling underneath the shadow of the platform. The ships delivering crates of materials keep going missing, and HQ says they're not able to dispatch any more for a few weeks. Look, I wouldn't normally ask a civilian for help, but we're already so far behind. Why don't I mark the last known coordinates of those ships on your map? If we're able to find any of those crates, I'm sure the Corp would let you use our facilities. Once we get the generator wired up, that is. Alright. So we need Ironhaven Crates. If you're able to find any of those crates, I'm sure the Corp would let you use our facilities once we get the generator wired up, that is. Alright, well, that's all you've got then. Okay, well... Alright, we've got... There's the rig. And we've got... Oh, wow. We've got locations all over the place. I have read that the content of this DLC is better integrated with the rest of the game. So it would work well with everything if you were to... if you were to start the game fresh and just kind of do this while you're doing other things. Okay, well... We can go to this close one and then stop for the night, I think. Certainly some crates. Alright, well, let's see what we can... Okay, I need to remember how to work these mini games. Alright, well, there's a crate. And it's getting dark, so let's go back to the rig. Till dawn, thank you. Interesting, that's already showing something. Or it's still showing something, and there's still a spot there, so maybe that's why. His name? Dredge. Okay, let's stop at the pontoon. Yeah, that's just around here. Okay. Yeah, I remember you. Okay, let's just sell everything in the net. Thank you. Repair the net. Using a radiant trawl net. Alright, well let's head back to the rig with this stuff. Nice that it's so lit up. We can see where it is from a long distance. Hi, Liam. You don't like seafood? Well, neither did H.P. Lovecraft. He was allergic. Which is a fact so unsurprising you probably gain sanity just by hearing it. How's it going? Nice to see you. Just gotten started with this. We've got a couple of crates to hand to this foreman. Here's a crate. And here's a crate. That ought to be enough to get the generator going. I'll get these materials sent up to the main platform. Okay. So that should be in working order, but I just checked the storeroom and it looks like we never got any fuel deliveries. I did find this though. You can use it to patch things up in a pinch. Keep it. It's the least I can do in return for your help. Ooh. Repairs up to 2 damaged areas on your boat, prioritizing damaged equipment. Well, that's nice. Thank you. While I go and figure out the fuel situation, why don't you introduce yourself to the head scientist? He's always interested to hear about the local fish species. Oh boy. The science lab. Almost time for bed, but so I was streaming and not at your wake up time. Yeah, it's the weekend for me, so I can stream at a different time than I do on weekdays. Just the thing for a nice, cozy, pre-bedtime experience. You approach an old man pacing back and forth near a cordoned-off area on the main platform. He's muttering to himself quietly. Who are you? Ah, the angler turned courier, isn't that right? The workers were talking about you. Yeah, I'm a protagonist, so apparently everything is up to me. Nothing gets done without my help. Oh, good things, I promise. Say, you must know a great deal about the fish species encountered around here, yes? What have you encountered in these waters? Say, just your regular? Why do you want to know? He won't tell me. Or you wouldn't believe me if I told you. Maybe you would. Instead of rolling his eyes, as most people do when they sense a fisherman's tale approaching, the scientist's eyes glisten with an intense curiosity. Is that so? Perhaps you'll find me a little more imaginative than others. Before we get into all of that, though, it seems my laboratory is also a victim of a missing supply shipment. I was planning on conducting research into fish species in the area, but I can't do that without somewhere to study. Alright, so we need more crates. Great. It's only afternoon, so let's undock and see where else to go. That is still an icon, which is interesting. But we can head to this farther south one. Bester MMOs where they say the world will die without you. There's 20 people's queues behind you waiting for the NPC to be free. Yeah, seriously. It was, I need to sneeze. Excuse me. It was interesting for me when I realized that MMOs are generally not simulating a world, they're theme parks. If you think of them as theme parks, they make a lot more sense. Alright, well here's the thing. Great, there we go. We can still dredge this spot. Now this spot's depleted. Does it still show on our map? Yes, it does. Interesting. Maybe it'll keep showing things, but... Where do I want to go? We can just dock at Steel Point. Yeah, I've tried to set myself a limit of I don't want to play games that lack a pause button. Alright, back to the rig. Basically north. It's got the lights, it's easy to find. Bloodskin shark, that's new. This is not a marked spot. And yet, here's a crate. You have enough difficulty putting RimWorld down? Yeah. Surviving Mars is the game that I find has the strongest temporal anomaly effect. Yeah, Dredge is pretty good for just picking it up and setting it down. I mean, I've always played it in stream sessions, but you kind of have your to-do list, but it's not like you're waiting for something to happen. Like you can't just click something and then the people start building things. You're like, oh, if I just wait, then something will happen. Like, no, everything you do is something that you have to do, so it's easy to say that you're done when you're done. Alright, well, here's your crate.
Huh.
Oh, we've got enough material for the science lab now too? We'll get to work. That should be enough space for your tubes and fluids, eh? Yes, more than sufficient for my needs. Thank you, both of you. Fisherman, considering you're not on the Corps' payroll, why don't you take this, a small token of my appreciation. Soothing tea, a thermos of calming cinnamon tea, enough to quieten a panicked mind. Oh, that's nice. The foreman turns to you. I think we have a solution for our fuel problem. Come see me at the generator and I'll give you the rundown. Oh, the science lab has a number by it now. Alright, well what's at the generator? So it turns out the fuel never got dispatched from Ironhaven at all. I was on the radio to HQ. Apparently this is a biofuel generator. It's some new tech the Corps wanted to trial out here, and they expected us to supply it ourselves. Thing is, they didn't think to outfit us with any gear for harvesting biomass, and the fleet services construction is way down the project list. Think you could help us out again? You can add fish or most other biological material, I suppose, to the hopper here. Once it's filled, we ought to be able to start the drill. Alright, we'll just throw fish into it. Great. Well, all this is still pretty fresh. You know, the scientist might want the weird stuff. I'll give you the normal stuff. Anchovy. Shrimp. How can I help you? How long have you worked for the Ironhaven Corporation? My whole professional career has been dedicated to scientific research at the corporation, so that's, well, north of half a century now. My goodness. Our current executive's father hired me when I was fresh out of college. He must have seen something in me all those years ago. Guess that's enough for now. Okay, so I need to fill this. Which I should be able to do, actually. No, not quite. Alright, well, we'll go trawling around a little then. Blackfin tuna. Alright, well that'll be enough. Shrimp back, and you can have the tuna. It won't hold any more. I'll fire it up. The crushing compactor clunks to life. The sound of pneumatic pistons and strange squelching soon gives way to the stuttering sound of distant gears. Ah, we've done it! A large capsule drops down from a chute labeled Waste. Through its clear walls, you can see remnants of the fish you deposited. Well, you'd probably be able to use that for chum, right? It's yours if you want it. Aberrated bait. A canister of malignant fish remains, adorned with warning stickers and caution labels, attracts wretched fish. That's great. Now we can finally get this drill started. All clear! Initiating drill deployment in 3, 2, 1. The drill descends. Well, that's not good. The scientist walks over, gripping handrails to counteract the shockwaves from the drill. We've broken through! We're underway at last! What about that huge crack that opened up? Is the reservoir stable? Admittedly, the fissure is larger than my models suggested, but it appears to have stabilized. We should consider halting the drilling for now. Also, we would be remiss in our duties to the local population if we didn't survey the area and gather some data. In that vein, fisherman, I have something for you. The factory has recently become operational, allowing us to manufacture equipment infused with the corporation's latest breakthroughs. This is a new design. Infused rod. The line passes through a canister of dark fluid, coating and strengthening it. Using that rod, I need you to collect specimen samples from the Marrows just to check that the fish species are unaffected by our operations here. Marrows, okay. Foundry. A helmeted figure emerges from the shadows by a building site. He lifts his visor. Place isn't built yet. He gestures to a pile of materials behind him. Short on materials. Once they arrive, we can start working. Oh, here you go. Huh. That's all we need. We can get the foundry built now. Good to go. Basic materials can be worked here. Select a blueprint. We can construct a crate. Alright, well, I don't think I want to do that now. When the tech lab is operational, we'll be able to work on projects of a more technical nature. I have plans for an interchangeable module system. You'll see. I'll show you when we're set up here, but, Go. Everything appears to be in order. I'll get the team onto it. Shell strikes again, or is it BP? Well, could be anyone, I guess. It's Ironhaven in the game. Last, I'm excited for you to try some of these out. Select a blueprint. Enhanced lights. Stronger lights lessen the effects of panic. Improved light radius. Oh, we need crates for that. Okay. So we can find crates in dredge spots, or we can construct them with other stuff that we find in basic dredge spots. Okay. Enhanced spyglass. Enhanced foghorn. A woman has stood just inside the doorway, sketching a design in her notebook. Hey there, welcome to the factory. I'm the lead engineer here. Because of your help getting things running here, I'm permitted to improve your equipment with our tech. Select a blueprint infused rod. That's what we got already. We have a flexible fishing pole and a crate. Okay. I can now pay you for any biomass you add to the generator. The bigger the better, I assume? This isn't really my area. Okay, we can sell fish here then. Might as well. It's not getting any fresher. There's the science lab. Okay, so we still need the basic repair area for switching out our equipment. Alright, where is the Marrows? That's just the basic area. And probably if we check in these oil spills, that's where our needed fish will be. Okay. So I can catch coastal and shallow stuff for now, but it's not with their special rod, so I better get it installed. Many-eyed mackerel, just what I needed. It might literally be just what I needed. We'll head back to Steel Point again. The real question is, can or should I actually sail in that stuff? Hello, Reliable Battles, how's it going? Alright, let's head back to actual town. Game makes you want to finish your Windwalker playthrough. That it does certainly have some graphical similarities. This is Little Marrow. We need to go to Greater Marrow. Still relearning my bearings, it's fine. Oh, I'm not sure I wanted to sell all of those, but that's alright. Okay, repair everything. Now... let's uninstall... Versatile Rod. Put that in storage. And install the infused rod. Do I have any rods that are L-shaped? I don't at the moment. I probably sold them earlier. I'm sure we'll need all of these again at some point. Okay. Paddlefish, Tullimonstrum, Osteostracan, and sea cucumber. That's what they want. And they want tier 2 of various buildings. Okay. Well, have you been reliable battles? Let's... It is oil, isn't it? Ooh. Not great to sail in. Is that a fishing spot over there? Well, let's see what's nearby. Really nearby. Black grouper. That's not something I need. Oh. Don't want to be out near that thing. Where's Mario with flood when you need him? Yeah, seriously. Alright, well let's try that again. This does seem to be a fishing spot. It's reaching out at me. Ooh, that's new. Osteostracan. Okay. Looks like we just need the one of it. Here's another oil slick. Yeah, those are distinctly hand-shaped gloops sometimes. I can't fish here. I need oceanic. Very well. It's mangrove and coastal. Not helpful. Okay. monstrum. This bizarre creature feeds with a mouth on the end of a long proboscis. 2 eyes swivel on delicate, spindly stalks. Okay. And there's this one up here. In the middle of there. Where's the fishing spot? Oh, there's something right in the middle of this mess. Dark ooze gathers on your vessel. Alright, I'm... Oh, SOS. Have I looked at that already? Foul ooze congealing into strange and shifting shapes. Maybe there'll be a use for that later. I'm saved! Saved! Oh, you are a sight for these sore eyes. What happened? I washed up here. Oh, it must be some 2 weeks ago now. We were in rough seas, and when a wave hit us broadside, I was jostled overboard and swept away. I thought my crew would have come to find me by now, but yours is the first ship I've seen pass by here. Did the boys send you looking for me? No. Oh, well, I'm sure they're out there looking anyways. Can you get me to Little Marrows, stranger? I should be able to catch them there when they next stop by. I need to deal with these fish first. What? You're just gonna leave me here to starve to death? Curse you! No, I'll be back. I'll be back, dude. It's fine. Just gonna deal with these incredibly terrifying fish first. Oh, here's a fishing spot. That is a big black grouper. Not helping me, though. You're gonna take up space on my boat, and I can't deal with that just now. I will be back. Alright, you're gonna go to sleep. Have a good sleep. Where's the actual dock? I think it's over there. A figure emerges from lower decks and beckons you over into the shadows. If you're going to be hanging around, maybe we can do business. Come see me at the Undermarket, alone. Oh. Got some items you might be interested in. Don't ask where they come from. Better off not knowing. Can make some basic repairs too, but it'll cost you. Oh, you are where I can get these useful things. Including ice blocks, nets, engines. Okay, I'm gonna need oceanic stuff. First of all, how's it going out there? What's the purpose of this rig? Well, I can't go into specifics, you understand, but the purpose of this platform is to test a crucial hypothesis that I've been working towards for years. If my hypothesis proves correct, it'll yield a significant asset for the corporation's business diversification strategy. That tells me nothing. Aren't you going to stop the drill? Ah, yes, I believe the drill has already stopped operating. The foreman should be making preparations to withdraw it from the seabed. It's not something you can just yank out, apparently. The drill team will take their time to try to ensure minimal disturbance. Okay, well... you can have this thing. And this thing. Still need a paddlefish. A sea cucumber is a crab. Oh, the paddlefish is coastal. Okay, so we don't need anything oceanic yet. The bigwigs don't bother with the lower decks and the folks down here. Why would they mingle with people like us? I'm not complaining. Repair everything. Got all this bizarre stuff. And sell all the fish. Chill it up. Chill out a bit. And undock. Okay. Well, let's head back to some of those coastal areas then. Oh, in particular, we can go get that guy. By the way, where... That was a core pursuit. That was something in the base game. Somehow I never managed to find him before. Alright, well, good to know. Ow. Sea turtle. Have you come back for me? Yes. Yeah, see, you take up space. Castaway climbs aboard. Great. Can I? Yes, this looks like a place I can go fishing. That's something I've already found. That's the oceanic zone. Gulf flounder, yeah, just to make sure I'm not missing something obvious. The sweet, rank smell of civilization. I thought I could never miss it. He turns to you. For someone who has just been saved, he seems gloomy. I've not got much on me, as you can imagine, and I've a feeling that this isn't worth much anymore, for me at least, but perhaps it'll be worth something for you. He removes a signet ring from his left hand and presses it into yours. It's emblazoned with a symbol of a captain's wheel. Such a symbol is sure to bring good luck to any captain that holds it. I see. On to better horizons, friend. Farewell. Okay. Those are all pretty basic fish. Lumpy mackerel. That's right. The sea cucumber is a thing I need to catch with a crab pot. There you go. Let's see. Here's something. I think this is something we've seen before. Yep. Let's just hang out at Blackstone Isle for a little bit. See if we catch anything. Let's see. Zero to 25 meters. Okay. Ooh. Sea cucumber. There we go. Leeching prawn. This tiny parasite rasps away the flesh of whatever it attaches to. Its hooked legs ensure an enduring grip. Just pick all this up. Fiddler crab. Should have, yes, that's one more crab pot. Okay, let's head northwards. Maybe around this way. Maybe we'll find the last fish we need. Oh, what's this? I've already found that. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. This looks right. No, that's oceanic. Last thing we need for this quest is still coastal. This looks like more crates. Whale! Hello, whale. What are you? Whatever you are, you're oceanic. Sea cucumber. Still need a paddlefish.
Ah.
Prepare everything. Looks good. All right. There's that paddlefish. Oh, you know, I should figure out what I'm doing with this crate. Since I went to the trouble to pick it up. Some advice while you're on court property, don't go poking around. You can make the crates, that's not what I wanted. Enhanced lights. Okay, improved light radius. I guess that's maybe something I have to install. If I get more crates, I can just unlock more stuff. Okay. You are screaming at me about something. Oh, enhanced lights. I guess that's just a straight upgrade. Okay. Don't need to do anything else. Cool. Definitely worth getting more crates then. Oh. Plated osteostracan. That's one of these guys. Fishing spot. It's not the right kind. I'm not finding anything at this oil slick. That one's in deep water. Let's try the one near Blackstone again. This gives me something. Oh, this may be the right thing. Paddlefish. There we go, that's what I wanted. Alright. Glad I didn't give up on that. Alright, back to the rig. fine, it's fine. Oh. Oh no, we lost our paddlefish. Alright, well, I'll just have to go back for it. Now that we know where they are.
Ah.
Okay. We needed to go to the one behind Little Marrow. Not the right place. There's a paddlefish. And let's just snag an extra one just in case. Orcas. If there's any more crates over there I could snag. But I'd rather turn in this fish first before anything else happens. Back to the science lab. All right. You can have this paddlefish. The scientist looks taken aback. He consults some papers on his desk, then leafs through an old encyclopedia. This is remarkable. Some of these species. Have you caught these before? They haven't been seen outside the fossil record since, well, ever. I suppose it could make sense. The fissure opening caused some kind of disturbance in the deep, possibly spooking some of these fish up the water column. I'll run some tests on these. The scientist is interrupted by the foreman outside, shouting through his megaphone again. The foreman bellows an order. Engage reverse gear! Get that drill out of there! And it's getting worse. Ah, hell. That's enough. Drill is clear. I repeat, drill is clear. Shut it down. Yep, gated by the fish quest. Everything depends on the protagonist's actions. As I was saying, I'll run some quick tests on these specimens. Though from the sounds of things, you may have some additional samples to gather. Seems the reservoir is more unstable than we anticipated. Even with the drill removed, it appears the fissure is continuing to expand. Unfortunately, there have been reports of some contaminants leaking from the fissure in isolated pockets. There was always a chance this might happen. The engineer at the factory has been working on a system to siphon such contaminants from the water. Very much like a canister of it. Okay, so you want samples from Gale cliffs. You need coastal and oceanic and shallow stuff. Okay, so we definitely need oceanic enhanced stuff. Do you know anything about these mutated fish I've been finding? Mutations are present in almost all species, and fish are certainly no exception. In my years of study, I've seen fish with extra fins, eyes, and even heads. Yes, they're a relatively normal part of the development of a species. Occasionally they can be influenced by external factors, but only in exceptional circumstances. What's gonna happen to the fissure that opened up? Now that the drill has withdrawn, it should settle down, provided nothing else disturbs the seabed. I expect that given enough time, it will be filled in with sediment entirely. In the meantime, it appears to have opened up some interesting opportunities for research. Foreman says we're due to start on an extension to the building soon. Okay, well, you need crates and research parts and a tier 2 tech lab. You need a crate for. You also need a crate for the factory. Okay. Infused winch. You also need dark canister, hydraulic rod, and Ironhaven crate. You know, I'm not sure I want to give you that just now. Not quite yet. I am carrying some random junk. Might as well turn it into a crate. Most of these projects I'm working on are for the rollout of the Corp's new fleet. It'll be cutting edge. Alright, well, you can take this crate. Let's get to work. The factory's core facilities have been improved. We can make some more items now. Amazing that you can build a crate that matches what they wanted or had ordered. Well, seems to be pretty standard supplies around here. Siphon trawler. Pistons and tubes pump samples from the waves, collecting filtered fluid in canisters. Ah. Flotsam trap. Material harvester. Oh, okay. So I think this is what we need for getting those dark canisters. Locals in the Marrows and Gale Cliffs have reported sightings of a strange ooze on the surface of the water. I need you to collect a canister of it for me. You'll need to upgrade the factory and construct a siphon trawler before you'll be able to do that, though. Okay. Oh, no. So you need a crate and... and a basic trawl net. Good grief, I caught a sailfish. Basic trawl net around here? No. But I can get one. Excuse me. In fact, I can just buy one from you. We don't fully understand the properties of all the materials we're working with, but it's something the head scientist is working on. Okay, you can take this. I need to rest. And then we need a crate. And we're gonna need... Infused winch. We need a dark canister and a hydraulic rod. Okay, let's get our crates first. Gale Cliffs. Some stuff over there. I wonder if there's anything we can find at this close spot. A little bit, yeah. It's probably respawns on a timer. Or maybe we just didn't get it all last time. Thank you. I mean, I'm amazed that it only takes one crate's worth of stuff for them to build a whole new building. But I'm not gonna argue either. There you go. And the infused winch, let's leave that here for you. We'll need the dark canister. Oh, we should install this thing. That's something I can do here. I don't have to go back to our usual places. Nobody ever does a thorough stock take at big corporations. Lucky for us. But this isn't Uninstall you, send you to storage. Pick up. Cargo. Install you. Guess we'll have to actually go through the goo. Pass this overboard to create a reusable two-way portal to Blackstone Isle. You know what? That needs to be here. Okay, so now... Oh, look at that. I can clean it up. Oh. Maybe I should dock now. Gather all this up. That's a thing with eyes. That's an eye. It's chasing me. Skim the edge of this so I can make a break for it if I have to. Pursuit updated. Great. Dark canister. Inside the glass, a thick fluid shifts, chilling the air around it. It morphs as it sloshes around, forming smooth streaks broken by sharp clusters. Well, I have a feeling that we're gonna need a couple of these. So I think I need to keep harvesting this patch. It's like Power Wash Simulator, just terrifying. Double dock now. Get this repaired. There we go. I've got a good feeling about these engines. They'll take you far away. Reliable too, provided you take care of them. Thank you. There it is. And we still do have the fishing spots that we need. Okay, there's at least a couple. Here's your canister. Have you collected a canister of that containment yet? There you go. He holds it up to the light. For a moment, the fluorescent bulbs in the room flicker and buzz, light recoiling in a pattern against the ceiling. Thank you. It's always important to know what we're dealing with in operations such as these. If he saw anything noteworthy about the liquid, he doesn't let on. Oh, and don't forget about that other thing I asked you to do. Have you had time to gather samples from Gale Cliffs? No, not yet. However, give you this. There we go, an infused winch. let's uninstall this, send it to storage, uninstall this, send it to storage, and install the infused winch. Is there anything else worth installing over there? Okay.
Ah.
No fish to sell at the moment. We shall rest and then head to the Gale Cliffs. This is Blackstone Isle, and Gale Cliffs are right over there. Well, that looks terrible. We have a Nautilus. What do you actually want? Nautilus, Solicina, Lancetfish, and Trilobite. Okay, we're gonna want to drop some crab pots, but first I'm getting away from you. Lancetfish. With its impressively tall dorsal fin and razor-sharp fangs, this ambush predator stalks unsuspecting prey in the open water. What are you? Enthralled stonefish. That's something I needed. Solicina, Lancetfish, and... Okay, we got the Lancetfish. Solicina and Trilobite is what we need. I'm sure we'll need more goo. I don't want... want that so much. lancet fish. Okay, I think it's time to dock. That's something. Blackmouth salmon. Salicina and trilobite. I bet the trilobite is the one that's in a crab pot. That was something else. Trilobite. That's another lancet fish. Don't need that. Not enough space for this massive crab pot, so I will rearrange items. There. Okay, probably best to turn in what we have. But maybe we can get one more canister first. And back to Blackstone Isle, and then we can use that to go the rest of the way. This is sparkly. Ouroboros flag. Against the pale blue, a serpent consumes its tail, an endless cycle in the deep. Alright, well, little Marrow, we could install that if we wanted. Okay, science lab it is. You can have a trilobite. You can have a lancet fish. You can have a nautilus. And Solicina is very strange looking, but apparently we still need to catch it. Alright. Things go missing all the time. Who knows where they end up? Doesn't matter in a place like this.
Ah.
Throw stuff in the generator. Thank you. We can sleep at Blackstone. Okay. Back to Gale Cliffs. We can continue our cleanup operation. Though we should probably look for a different hatch at this point. This is a tiger mackerel. Not something I need. I still have one more crab pot. Yeah, let's get it. It's over by the ruins. Decorator crab's been infected. I don't want to deal with that just yet. I'm sure that'll be important later, but choose not to deal with it just now. Just a buoy, it's not one of mine. You know, on second thought, it's late. Okay. More fishing spots. Where are you? Can't fish here, it's abyssal. Alright. That's disturbed water, but it's not actually a special node, I don't think. We have that already. Have that already as well. Okay. Let's try this one on the edge and then we can try a different patch. That is abyssal, but it's disturbed water, but it's also the special gunk. Didn't think we needed anything abyssal yet. Let's not be near that thing. There we go. Solacina. Oh, some kind of sea star-esque thing? A distant relative of modern sea cucumbers and urchins, this spider-like creature crawls along the seafloor searching for food. Okay. There you go. Alright, well let's turn this thing in. Last thing we needed. Blackstone Isles up there. We can maybe swing through here, get another canister. Almost got it. There we go. Got a ways to go. I'm not sure what you big things are. Alright, I'm back. I have my samples. What do y'all need? Here's your Salicina. The scientist inserts a syringe into each of the creatures, now laying long dead on the slab. From each in turn, he draws a vial of fluid. This will only take a moment. Some vials contain the type of blood you might expect, deep and red, catching glints of light from the fluorescent bulbs overhead. Other corpses yield a dark, clotted substance that seems to crawl up into the vial by itself. It shimmers with a quiet iridescence, as if lit from inside. He places the vials of what should be fish blood in a rack in front of him. Down in the deep, something begins to brush against the legs of the rig. You know, I'm not going to be surprised by this. This is just what happens. There's something gigantic, something incredibly powerful gripping the rig. So, it's really here. The scientist steps away from the nearby window, knuckles still white from gripping the frame moments before. Fisherman, this structure, the people on it, can't stand up to this. I had a student. She was developing some technology. He turns back and presses his forehead against the glass. It was a way of communicating, I suppose. We were working on emulating a language that we didn't fully understand. She began to twist the words. She didn't agree with Ironhaven's methods, so, leveraging my role on the board for the Research Society, I pulled some strings and had her posted far away, to Stellar Basin. Aha! I remember this person. Please, go and find her. I hope she's progressed her research sufficiently to help us. And, while you're there, try to catch some of the local specimens. I think they hold the key to understanding what we're here for. Alright, so we're gonna need Oceanic, Hedal, and Abyssal. Oceanic, Hedal, and Abyssal. Can you believe the size of that squid? It's shaking the whole damn rig. Doesn't seem like it should be possible. The legs are anchored pretty deep. Okay, we'll need an infused hoist for this. You can have a canister. We need a fathomless winch. And a crate. We can't make another crate at the moment. We'll have to find one. This biofuel system is great. More places ought to run on fish. And crabs too, I guess. Got any for the hopper today? Sure. Okay, so first up we need a crate. Looks promising. too many eyes. There you go. With more crates, we can improve the factory further. The tentacles seem angry. Not surprised. Plenty we can do with more crates. Let's take this infused hoist. No problem. Stellar Basin is over there. I want to say the guy in the yellow robe is around here somewhere too, but I have absolutely no memory of where. The research outpost is just around there. Don't think they needed a mahi-mahi. Eagle shark, Carigmachella, tripod spiderfish, and sea slug. Getting away from you, squeaky thing. Not sure what that was. Something slithers into the cargo hold. That's now infected. I can let that go. Laboratories in ruins with equipment and research papers strewn about the place. The repulsion machine you installed is still connected to the generator. Activate the machine, not right now. She's at one of these other places. Maybe she's at the fortress. This thing. The stone trembles before you. Unknown symbols glow from within. I don't know if we've seen this particular one yet. Place your hand on the stone. A sudden chill rushes through the marrow of your bones, surging up your arm, your neck. A deep vision enters your mind. A spore floats in the water, adrift in the current, Fish feasts in a frenzy above, devouring its kin. The spore lands in the thick silt of the seafloor. Its roots stretch down into the seabed, growing, extending towards what lies beneath. The researcher! Oh, hello again. What do you need? He's got the dog. Someone from the Ironhaven Corporation sent me. I didn't expect that name to follow me all the way out here. Perhaps that was naive of me. So, what do you want? The Ironhaven Corporation has been constructing a drilling platform. Oh, and you're helping them with that, I suppose. Do you have any idea what they're even doing? She turns away and tries to recompose herself with a few deep breaths. Of course you don't. You're just trying to help. But you've seen what's happened to the water here, and elsewhere, I imagine. What else? Ironhaven Corporation's head scientist seems to know you. And I know him. He's the reason I was posted all the way out here, so far from home. He might have mentioned that I studied under him. He did. But I studied him, too. His theories on nature's cycles were odd. He never went into much detail, but his work had some curious influences. I heard whispers through the door of his office, saw confusing diagrams that lingered in half-erased chalk dust and on torn-up shreds of paper. Never could make much sense of it. What else? Tell me about the defensive tech you've been working on. Well, it's the same tech used in that repulsion machine I gave you. Strictly speaking, I wouldn't call it a defense system. It doesn't interact with anything on a physical level. You see, Ironhaven's Scientific Communication Division have long been working on projects to further their exertion over the natural world. It's complicated stuff, but essentially they were trying to emit signals to communicate with, well, anything they wanted to, I suppose. The tech I've been working on is along those lines, but instead of a wide spectrum of communication, it attempts to broadcast a single word: flee. It emits the vocalized panic responses of every animal I was able to gather acoustic data for. What else? We need to protect the rig and its workers. I couldn't give a damn about the rig or the corp. But not everyone there deserves to face the consequences of the corp's actions. I'll give you some schematics. I'm sure someone there is smart enough to decipher them and get it built. Just don't let them think this means I forgive them, or that I approve of what they're doing. What else? That's all. So they give us a solution that doesn't require her to leave here, which would be pretty critical if we were still doing those quests. Interesting. None of the oil slicks are actually inside the dangerous area. Yeah, it's not like she'd want to leave either. But there's always two reasons for things in a game. The reason that makes sense and the reason that makes the game work. It's a shark. Big whale shark, I suppose. That already. this would be useful, actually. But I'd kind of rather just go searching for the crates. So we've got so much that we're looking for. Can't get that, it's coastal. Ooh. Tripod spiderfish. That's neat. That's just another one. Okay, well, we've got some things to turn in. So let's let the crab pots sit for a while. Spiny lobster. When threatened, these delicious creatures can rub their long antennae against their body, producing a loud screeching sound. Okay. Research outpost is right there. Okay, well, let's turn in what we have. It seems to be working well for us. I don't like you. Alright, well, we'll have to fix that. But we're fine. We didn't lose any fish. So I'm actually pretty okay with this. Okay, science lab. Don't forget, the rig still needs some kind of defense system constructed. The people here are depending on you, oddly enough. Alright, well, let's get you your eagle shark, tripod starfish, and those are other things you'll need. Do you know anything more about the prehistoric fish I found? Nothing useful aside from confirming with some peers that they are indeed species that were previously thought to be extinct. There's even a special name for that, you know, a Lazarus taxon, species seemingly raised from the dead. Have encountered strange creatures in the contaminated areas. Oh, what did they look like? You begin to describe the creatures to the scientist, but as you grasp at the images in your head, they melt away, replaced with a swirling blackness in your mind's eye. After your description trails off, the scientist looks at you with some concern. Long nights at sea, unusual weather conditions, sleep deprivation, they can all lead to auditory and visual hallucinations. Not to worry, best to get some rest. Defenses. So this is where we're going to build some sort of machine to repel those tentacles, right? That's what the scientist said. Oh, you need a crate too. All right, well, have a canister. In the meantime, we shall repair things. $20.3, 15.8. Okay. Let's see. We turned in our fish. Oh, Foundry. Those tentacles seem angry. Not surprised. You can have this scrap. You can have some wood, but we'd need some cloth. All right. Any crates over this way? Seems yes. Ironhaven Crate, thank you. Whee! Hello, tentacles. I see you too. Have a crate. We'll get started. Defenses are primed, turning them on now. This had better work. A droning voice begins to sound from the top of the rig, reverberating through the metal down into the deep. Oh, goodness. There's a helicopter. Yes, remarkable. Power spikes. Fisherman, don't forget about those samples. He walks away, muttering something about modulating voices and waves. The defenses are operational, emitting a droning sound that grates at the ears. Oh, this can be upgraded too, maybe? It's got a 1 on it. Actually, let's get into storage. I may use those things. Alright, Stellar Basin. And maybe keeping an eye out for that guy in the yellow robe. And cloth. That's wood. I don't need that. This looks like cloth. No, that's metal. Glad I checked what that was. Sea slug. Thank you. Oh, I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. Or you. Just want to get my crab pots back at this point, and that was interesting. Need that. Oh. Glowing octopus. This is a hardy crab pot. It's one of the 3 long ones, yeah. Okay, well, we're kind of full up on lobsters. Where's the nearest pontoon? It's all the way over there. Don't need to keep running the trawler out here. Whoa, you don't look so great, friend. When's the last time you got a good night's sleep? You can have all these lobsters. And a couple of sea slugs. And the octopus. And we'll rest till morning. I did not leave any crab pots around. That is good. Don't need you. Phooey. Oh, that's what I needed. Kerygmakella. Let's get another one, just in case I lose it. Great. Looks like there's more crates just ahead of us. If I can arrange things a little better. We'll just go ahead and use that. We can carry at least one crate. And some cloth if we happen to find it. Okay, there's one crate. Can I arrange things a little better for me? Kind of got a lot of things of size 3 running around. There we go, we can take another. There. Okay, now Blackstone Isle is a little ways away, but we'll make do. Anything interesting over here? No. Back to our friendly rift in reality. There we go. And here you are. Back to the science lab. Do I have your samples? Yes. One for you, one for you. The scientist arranges the specimens, now laid out on a metal table in front of him. He connects electrodes and wires to the head of each. The brains of fish are primitive. In many ways, their simplicity is a kind of purity. No burdensome emotions to confuse the data. Just as rigor mortis locks the muscles, the final shape of the mind is held by the brain, but it can be extracted. The room is pierced with the sharp sound of capacitors charging. The corpses on the bench jolt in unison, slackened muscles arch and tense before lying still again. The scientist is already looking at the 4 monitors behind him. The same vague shape scrolls across each screen. Ragged circle, writhing cell, lidless eye, yawning pit. The difficulty is in reading it. What is it? Outside, the foreman is in conversation with a recent arrival to the rig, a stern-looking man in a suit.
Huh.
But sir, the seafloor here, it shouldn't be disturbed. This whole rig is built on some kind of living fault. You have to trust me. You know, maybe he would have believed us if he'd showed up while the tentacles were still here. All we have to do is turn on the defenses. Or turn off the defenses. Trust you. You who couldn't even keep shipments in order, who involved locals just to save your own hide. Executive. The foreman cowers behind a clipboard. You who put this whole operation in jeopardy. Enough of this. Your concerns end at steel and scaffolding. The future of this corporation is for me alone to decide. Fire it up. The drill descends once more into the blackness under the rig. The man in the suit turns to you. And we're back on track. While he overstepped his corporate responsibility, it appears the foreman was right to enlist your assistance. All right, we'll get to work on fleet services. Everything should be operational here, sir. Excellent. Remember, fishermen, I'll permit the workers to upgrade your hull with our tech here. But I think you know how this works by now. You'll have to gather the materials yourself. We can make some improvements to your vessel here, including some cutting-edge Ironhaven tech that you won't find anywhere else. New hull. Super expensive, takes 2 crates. Okay. Yes? Oh, now he's staring at his board. What's your opinion of your boss? My master. Oh, the executive, yes. He's everywhere. Very hardworking. Always has been. Always will be. I like how the chart updates. He needs me, my work. It all has to be correct. Do you understand? We have to be in the right place, or else there's not much time left. Have you learned anything about the dark fluid I collected? It's unlike any substance I've ever seen. Touched. It's smooth one moment, silky, and the next, sharp, stabbing. The scientist flinches at something in the air above him. A moment later, the lights flicker. The subtle pop of a blown capacitor can be heard somewhere on the nearby bench. His voice drops to a breathy murmur. It holds secrets, instructions, whispers. You seem concerned. Concerned? No, concern implies. He turns to look at you. One of his eyes is bloodshot, the white completely overrun with dark red blood. Concern implies that we didn't know this would happen. Okay. The fish from Twisted Strand. Do you have them? Well, no. I need mangrove, shallow. Just mangrove and shallow. Okay. Don't have either of those at the moment, but we'll work on that. Factory. I've been drawing up some plans for a new factory, Wayne. Take a look if you get a chance. So I can't have mangrove and shallow at the same time with this batch. You need 2 crates for that, for repair tech. Oh, maybe it's like that item I used before. Coastal. Yeah, if I could upgrade the tendon rod, that would work. Or the versatile rod. But I can't do that yet. Okay, well. Gonna just need this then. Glad I kept all these old things. That should do it. Thank you. Okay. Ah, but I could put that there. Okay, storage. Here's the infused rod. There we go. Okay, now I have what I need. You can have those. Anything else happen with the defenses? Nope. Oh, I can talk to those other people. Foreman, what can I do for you? Have there been any patches of contamination sighted in the area? There have been areas of contamination sighted in Twisted Strand. Anything else? Oh, okay, he's just telling me where to go next. What happened to the missing material ships? Ever since we got the legs of the platform seated on the seafloor, the supply ships started going missing. HQ told us they'd left port, but they never showed up. I guess the crews thought they could make some money sailing off with the materials and selling them elsewhere. Doesn't seem worth the risk to me. Between you and me, the Corp has a pretty ruthless reputation of tracking down anyone who moves against them. People tend to make just the one mistake, if you get what I mean. Anything else? What is this rig for? The rig is your standard setup, designed to pierce the seabed and collect from fluid reservoirs. It doesn't have much storage capacity, though, which is odd. Maybe they're not expecting huge throughput. I didn't actually think there was an oil field out here, but I suppose the surveyors must have found something, else I wouldn't be here talking to you. Can you tell me about the Ironhaven Corporation? I've been with the Corp for about a decade now, started out as a laborer on projects like this one. Not always out to sea, mind you, and I've worked my way up to site foreman. The Corp itself, it's pretty successful, bit of an institution. It's been around for hundreds of years in one form or another. They always seem to be diversifying into new areas. The whole drilling division is guided by the scientist. He calls the shots when it comes to deciding on sites. Boss seems to listen to him, too. Anything else? Nope. What about the executive? What do you want? Why is the Ironhaven Corporation interested in this region? He scoffs. The corporation has an interest in every region. Over the next few years, you'll come to understand. What else? I don't have all day. What's your scientist been doing with the fish? Whatever he likes. Honestly, even if I cared to know myself, I'm not sure why you think I'd tell you. What else? I don't have all day. The foreman was telling the truth. Something attacked the rig. The executive makes a show of looking around and peering over a nearby railing. Well, I don't see it anymore. Do you? What else? I don't have all day. Alright, alright. The Twisted Strand is actually right here, so we don't have to use our tear in reality. That's a mimic. We'll just slide on past. Boreapsis. Bunch of things with long names. Ah. Oh wow, if we were doing the quest here, we'd really want to be thorough with our cleanup. We have this already, but let's just get an extra just in case. There you go. Arapaima. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? Coral Island wanted us to catch one of those. It took like all year because I didn't know where to find it. These things. Where else? At least one spot around the outside. There's the Opabina. Crawling Instar. Getting a little late. This thing, a twisting shell, houses this small creature with eyes and tentacles flailing from the opening. That's wood. Don't need that. Lights off. That's fine. We're almost back to the rig. The fish from Twisted Strand. Do you have them? Just need that big one. And there we go. Okay. Back we go, and there's a crate. Thank you. Hi, Mimic. What's this spot? Just off to my port. There it is. All right, let's go around that spot out there. Actually, we can stop by here first. Alright, off we go again. This sort of beach. That's not useful. That's another Arapaima. There we go. There it is. Alright, well, that was fast, what with the twisted strand being right there. The fish from Twisted Strand, do you have them? Yes. With the corporation leadership here, I have to focus. There are pressures acting upon me. We must know where these creatures entered, where the blood... He places the specimens into a large metal chamber before sealing the lid. A motor runs briefly and a pressure gauge on the chamber rises. The Elder communicates in power. He flips a large switch and the metal chamber begins to spin, slowly at first, then accelerating until the whole thing is a blur. Needles etch onto graph paper, transcribing the ascent of something scratched out at speed. A dark fluid rises from a tube connected to the chamber. Not yet pure. We'll need more. Down, deeper. Outside, the executive is talking to the foreman. We're almost there. Give it another push. How much power can we give this thing? Sir, I don't think... We really shouldn't. The executive shoots the foreman a glance, disdain and dismissal lacing the muscles on his face. The foreman backs down, defeated. Setting the drill to full power, sir. Machinery in the drill tower steps into overdrive, blurring the air with the sound of gears turning. Oh, I bet the executive came in that helicopter. What's that noise? As the roar of the giant creature fades, it leaves behind a silence on all that witnessed it. Faces stare from windows and hands grip railings, trying to process the spectacle. Boss, that must have been the thing that got all our material shipments, and now it's coming for the rig! A murmur of panic begins to rise from the onlookers. No, we're close now, and it knows it. How long will it take for the drill to break through to the next layer? It still has a little way to go, but you can't be serious, surely. Not with that thing in the water here. Our lives are in danger and you want to keep drilling? Get it done. The executive turns and walks away towards his office, leaving the foreman shaking his head. He's insane! What the hell are we doing here? This drill, whatever's down there, we shouldn't be disturbing it. Fisherman, you've got to help us. He won't listen to reason. But perhaps he'll listen to an operational setback. What do you have in mind? We can't shut down the drill ourselves, not without repercussions for the corporation following us for the rest of our lives. But if it were to be damaged by a force of nature or force of the deep, we'd have no choice but to abandon our positions. I know it sounds crazy, but if the defenses were to stop operating suddenly, it would leave the drill vulnerable. Yes, exactly. Please, have a think, see what you can do. That's what I suggested earlier. Oh dear. Things have escalated. Are you okay? The inevitable conclusion. He rocks back and forth, hand shading his eyes from the harsh lights above. Our work, almost complete. Closer. Pure. Devil's spine. The wretches. Where are they? Volcanic and Hadal. Alright. The defenses are operational, emitting a droning sound that grates at the ears. You walk the perimeter of the tower. One of the electrical panels hasn't been securely fastened. You know, I'm gonna leave that until we get our next set of samples. Actually, let's do our regular business here. No fish. Bit of repair. We're gonna need... Those enhanced rods are treating you well. I worked hard on those designs. We're going to need... just the volcanic one. One of these. One of these. And one of... Oh, do I not have a heat-resistant line? He's got one. Thank you. Okay, that'll get us volcanic, and now we just need Hadal. Okay. Rest, and off we go. And Devil's Spine is right near here too. Great. Dunkleostis. One of the first apex predators, this bony-plated giant crushes its prey with the strongest jaws ever known to exist. It's big. More things with long names. All right. There's the giant dragonfish. Another one of those guys. A little big for me to carry with me. I have just received an achievement for collecting a total of 10 dark canisters. Don't need another one of those. We'll come back for them. Almost back. Closer. Pure. Devil's spine. The wretches. Where are they? There you go.
Ah.
Okay, don't think I got anything else. No. Little bit of repair. I could turn in the crate, but we seem to have good uses for those coming up all the time, so I'm gonna chuck it in storage for now. Back we go. And try all these crab pots. How's my net capacity? I can hold one more net's worth of goo. Spider crab, I don't need that. Sable Reacher. Well, it's interesting at least. Regular squat lobster. I do not need you. Sea scorpion. There we go. Can pick these things up. Still one more around somewhere. There it is. Okay, that's not going to give me any more for a bit. Since that's the case, I wonder if there's anything I can just kind of throw upgrades into. Guess I'll just chuck them in storage. There you go, there's that.
Ah.
My storage. I'll just chuck you all in there. Okay, there's a couple spots I can dock. Try the ancient ruins. Well, maybe that was what I wanted, I'm not sure. Nah, it's just that big guy again. That's lit up, but it's not doing anything. It's not lit up, actually. Probably checked on it before. Just as we've checked the lighthouse before. Any cloth here? No. Ooh, sparkly. You need to not be here. Don't think that's what I want. That's the mama fish. I need to stay away from her. Right. Going away. Didn't want to deal with those things again. But now we have our last sample that we need. There's the dock again. Here's your fish. The music stopped. With shocking speed, he rushes toward the table, grabbing at the corpses. Oh. The shape that burst through the blackboard barely resembles the scientist. No longer meek and cowed, now a frightening visage of stretched skin and sharp teeth. With a sickening crunch, he bites down into the sea scorpion carcass, black liquid dripping from his mouth. His terrible head snaps up to lock eyes with yours. A feral cry rises from his lungs, forming an accusatory scream with freshly born claws pointed in your direction. With limbs overcome by frantic spasms, he stumbles towards the nearest window, slowly at first, then arriving at considerable speed. The aberrated form of the scientist crashes through the glass, diving out beyond the deck of the platform, down, hitting the water, then disappearing into the deep. You know, I think we all saw this coming. On some level.
Ah.
Let's see what turning this thing off does. He found his exit from the corporation. Yes, he's finally free. One of the electrical panels hasn't been securely fastened. Open it. You open the panel. Inside, a bundle of cables travels from a black box up into the heights of the tower. The black box has a number of empty slots on the top, one of which has a module inserted into it. It's labeled Flee in electrical tape. Considering this is her invention, perhaps the researcher in Stellar Basin would have some advice. Oh, I need to go back to her? Can't I just pull it out? Okay. Any crates in here? I do. You're gonna need a couple of crates to upgrade things. What would a new hull take? 11 new cargo spaces. Okay, well that's a better use of everyone's time. We'll rest here. Seems that given the opening description of the project, it's supposed to be a natural event and not traced to you by way of finding obvious sabotage. At least that's a theory. Yeah, that's a good idea. Still, does anyone besides the researcher at Stellar Basin really know how the thing works? We're just following her blueprints. I guess since it's been so clearly labeled, it would make sense if it would be obvious if something happened to it. Hi there, I've got more questions for you. Oh, hello again, what do you need? About those defenses on the rig. Oh, I hope they worked. Yes, they worked. Good, it's always nice to have additional data points. Anything else about those defenses? The workers on the rig want to find a way to sabotage them. Found their conscience, have they? I suppose they're wanting it to look like an accident. They wouldn't want to face the corp's wrath if they were found culpable. I do have a pleasingly elegant idea, actually. We don't have to sabotage the defenses in a traditional sense. If you recall, they emit a sort of word. At the moment, they're broadcasting a warning. Flee. But we can change that. I have other recordings of other words. Instead of a warning, it could broadcast an invitation. There's one in particular. I have been referring to it by its closest human analog, Rise. Oh boy. I'll prepare some blueprints for the module. You'll have to assemble it and slot it into the top of the black box. Anything else about those defenses? Nope. All good. I guess I should just go as far as Blackstone Isle. Actually... let's go for crates. Hi. Hello there. It's all the way out here. Besides crates, of course. Suppose anyone is out on this island. No, nothing seems to be happening here. Hi. Hi, everyone. Everything okay? You've just been standing there for a while. Need to have a rest? I'm sure it's fine. We'll just thread the needle through here. Another crate. Thank you. Another one. Yes. Loads of crates. I love it. Okay, 1 and 2 and thank you. Additional slots configured. Great. How are we looking? Ooh. Alright, lots more space for fishing rods and such. That's very nice. The defenses are operational, emitting a droning sound that grates at the ears. After finding the loose panel housing the electrical guts of the tower, you pull out the blueprint for the Rise module. Need one of these, and one of these. You remove the old module and insert the new one. As it clicks into place, the sound from the tower changes into a deep rumble. Oh boy. I cast Summon Bigger Fish. With the last scraps of metal still falling from the destroyed drill tower, the executive boards his helicopter, rotors already spinning. Is everyone all right? All accounted for in the factory. Yep, foundry's fine. I guess we'll wait for our airlifts out of here. There's no way I'm traveling anywhere by boat. Yeah, I'll sit tight for now. Fisherman, the main buildings are mostly undamaged, so if you still need stuff made, we can sort you out. How convenient. Override the rig's defenses. I think that is probably the end of that main story. But we can keep building stuff as long as we want to and can. For example, the factory. We're making good progress on getting the factory fully operational. Fisherman, I think you're going to like what we can make here now. Ah, more repair kits. Spare wood and wire netting. Patches up all pots and nets, including any pot currently open. Really? Does that mean open as in deployed? Wow. If it does, that makes no sense, but it's amazing. Plus soothing tea, and we need more crates for that. Alright, well that's something we can work on for a little while. You need a crate for this. Sure. Oh no, that's... Oh, yes, just one crate. Yeah, a bunch of stuff that didn't gate the ending, because it's all just goodies for me, really. Alright, we'll start upgrading the foundry. Should be able to make some better stuff now. Oh, we can make dark canisters. Okay, so if we get splashed with the goo, we can use it to make dark canisters. We can make refined metal. Oh, we can make research parts. Excellent. So that's a never-ending source of them. We can turn crates into any kind of other upgrade material, including research parts. So this, and we can turn the basic materials into crates. So this really just lets us transmute our various upgradey things from whatever we don't need into whatever we do need. Anything that takes refined metal as an input? No. Oh well, that's kind of the end of the line there. Okay, well... Wow, he really does sound like the blacksmith from Return to Zork. Okay. Well, let's go looking for more crates. So we can see what that last factory upgrade does. We just cleared out those spots, so let's go to Blackstone Isle. It's not like any of these are in close places. If you clear away all of a slick, does it disappear from the map? I would guess... My guess would be probably not, because they still want to show you where you can find the special fishing spots. Because even though I've cleared away, for example, most of this one, this special fishing spot remains. That still needs to be there, even if the oil slick is gone. Although, maybe... Yeah, I guess it's not there anymore. Alright. So, yeah, it does remove it from the map, which is interesting. It seems like we only ever need a... We don't need this running. Oh. Hi. It seems... Yeah, that has cleared itself away. Well, is there no special fishing spots then? Well, there were special fishing spots. There were still the spots that looked oily. There were fishing spots that looked oily, but the slick wasn't there anymore. So the slick is taken off the map. So we just have to remember where the special spots are then. And I don't think we're gonna need infinite numbers of canisters. These seem to keep respawning forever. Oh, come on. I was far away from you. Whatever. Here's your crates.
Huh.
That'll do it for the factory. The factory's running at peak efficiency. We've got all we need. I reckon we can repurpose some of that slag from the science lab. Toss it into the water, see what turns up to investigate. Exotic bait. Insta-crab bait. Aberrated bait. Okay, we've seen that. Mixed bait, rot, dark splashes. Tech lab. You need a crate. That's everything. We'll get to work. We've built all the levels of all the buildings on the rig. The tech lab is fully built now. Oh. Reverse gear router. Boost the reverse speed of your vessel. Can't exceed your forward speed. Increases the winching speed of your dredge crane. Pulling power of fishing reels. Absorbs excess heat generated by hasted engines. That's nice. Trawl guidance chip. Increases the catch rate of your trawling equipment. Increases the rotational turning speed of your vessel. Hull and stat improvements. Okay, so this is all just stuff we can improve the boat with. So if we wanted to just keep on playing forever, catching more fish, that would be the way to do it. In a fresh game run, these items would help you get through the whole new game faster. Yes. You could potentially invest in these as you went along. That wasn't much of a rest. Interesting. We can't seem to upgrade the versatile rods. We can get the material harvester. Flotsam trap. So that's all stuff that would get us let us get more upgrade materials. For getting all those other things. Repair tech, baits. You need a basic trawl net and crates. Alright, well, let's just go fishing a bit. Actually, let's rearrange some stuff. Oh, interesting. Can't get coastal with our current setup, or ice. Or mangrove. We can put those there. Griddle trawl net for ice. The radiant trawl net will get stuff from just about anywhere. I don't think I have much need for the siphon trawler right now. So I'm going to put that away and get this back. Actually, let's uninstall this. This on. Now we've got 6 fishing spots. We could get an ice rod there. Interesting, they never sent us back to the ice place, so the 2 DLCs do not interact with each other. Not as though we really need that right now. But sure, why not? All of our motors are accounted for. Twin jet drive engine. 6.3. That would be an improvement. Would it? Not by much, if anything. I think I'm fine leaving it as it is. We're fine. Anything? Nope, done repairing. Alright, well, let's, let's see. That's just... That's just those things. Alright, well, let's get crates and unlock those, because that's simple enough. Oh, we need to get research parts and crates. Okay. Well, let's look for crates and also go fishing. It'll be a good time. Got about 15 minutes left in the stream. We can just kind of tool around. Because we can. Any crates around here? Probably some. There we go. I'm sure it's fine. Thank you. Now that we've got our fishnet back, we're collecting all these fish for free again. That was fun. Ah, no more research parts. Thank you. Now we can hand you this. And for this we would need 2 crates, one for the research part and one to be a crate. Need more research parts for that. These are easier to store. Alright, well let's unlock that last tech and then we can call it done. I don't feel the need to strive for everything right now. Oh, I didn't sell off my fish. Anything out here? Not right now. Let's try this far spot. Anything out here? No crates, just fish. All right. We can talk to you again. Oh, hello again. What do you need? We can't tell you what happened. Oh well. Let's navigate around this. Trophy caught. Okay. There's crates. Okay, if we go north, we can go to Blackstone Isle. Get away from that thing. Now. All right, well, you can repair things. Have a crate. Okay, upgrade all 3 basic abilities. Great. And we could unlock this stuff. Guess we can... Select crafted item. Does this just work if I carry it with me? Seems to. So that's cool.
Ah.
Alright, well, one last thing before we go. We picked up a flag. So let's go back to Little Marrow and use it. What can I help you with today? So you found a scrap of fabric, eh? Let me see. Unique design. Do you want to attach it now? Yes, as you wish. What can I help you with today? Just bunting. Bunting on. There we go. All right. let's take a look then. Got our Ouroboros flag. We've got bunting. Looking great. We've seen both endings. So I think this time we'll just let ourselves live. Maybe sometime if we need something to do while we're just hanging out, we can go fish for more things. But for now, I think that's about it. So, let's see who's around to raid. Mouse, hello. Where's my mouse pointer? There we go. Let's see who's around. Let's see. Some other people playing Dredge. Trader Valkyrie is 100%ing Dredge, so if you want to see some of the things I skipped, maybe they'll do it while on stream. So let's head over there, and I will see you all next week for something entirely different, and probably more Slipstream Rogue Space during the week. Don't know what I'm going to do Sunday, though. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you all later.